Good evening, everyone. It is so great to see you all in this space where we can hear great, beautiful music. I'm happy to invite the musicians from the University of Montana, along with Mac Merchant, and I'll just introduce them. You'll see them by the, and be able to really claim who they are by virtue of their instrument. But Dr. Zachary Cooper is on the horn, and you'll see him soon. Dr. Jennifer Cooper is playing the flute tonight. Dr. Christopher Kirkpatrick is playing the clarinet, and Dr. Adam Collins is on the cello. And on the piano is Mac Merchant. I'm Pastor Sarah Merchant. I'm the pastor of this community, and we've been having a great summer series of concerts where we get to celebrate live music, and what a treat it has been. It's also been an opportunity for us to share our new ministry and exciting mission that's happening. You may have seen a bit of construction just behind us here, and we're in the process of building an early learning center for this Bitterroot Valley, and as well as some space for the church as well. So we're hoping to have children up to 75 kids, 20 staff, and be able to support our community in lots of great ways. This is a project that we've had so much help making possible through the construction workers, through those who visioned this, and also from anyone who contributes. This is a nonprofit that we're starting, and so if you are so inclined to continue to partner in this endeavor of Sapphire Early Learning Center, you'll see some information about that organization and ways that you can contribute with our open doors for generational impact. So those are out on the table there. But more than anything, I want you to enjoy the concert today, knowing that you are among greats who are going to make music that makes our hearts sing. So enjoy this evening.
So when Mac asked me to do this, he didn't tell me that I would have to use the microphone.
Doing great.
Thank you all for coming this evening. Mac is absolutely wonderful. He plays with us, the faculty at UM, and also our students. And when he asked us to play, all of us jumped at the chance. He's wonderful, so thank you for having us. Our first piece this evening is a French Baroque piece that we don't play very often. It's by a French Baroque composer named Blavet, Michel Blavet. And I'm just going to read a little bit here about it. 18th century composers followed the example of Couperin. You guys have all heard of Couperin before. They used to portray, for the king's pleasure, contentment, and entertainment by means of musical symbols, the moods, feelings, and actions of ladies of rank, beauty, or wit at the French court. Blavet followed this fashion, and there's 6 series in the sonata series that he wrote, but this one specifically is called La Lumanier. Each one represents a prominent figure of time. We do not know the specific qualities of these ladies, but we may assume, judging by the beauty of the melodic line and the delicate refinement expressed in the music, that they greatly were inspired by the composer. And centuries later, we still find these portraits priceless, giving us pleasure, contentment, and entertainment. This is an absolutely wonderful piece, and we hope you enjoy it.
name is Mac Merchant, as Sarah said earlier. I'm one of the pianists here at SteviUMC, and it's been a real joy to coordinate and perform all these concerts for you this summer. Thank you in advance to these wonderful colleagues of mine who are performing tonight. I'd like to invite Dr. Zachary Cooper. We're going to be performing a piece for horn and piano by Gliere, and he's going to talk a little bit more about that.
Hi, good evening. We will be performing a piece by Gliere. He was a Soviet composer, and we're performing his Nocturne for horn and piano. It's one of the 11 pieces that he wrote under the same opus number in 1908. And a Nocturne is generally a really expressive lyrical piece. Sometimes they're gloomy. This one is not. So we hope you enjoy Gliere's Nocturne for horn and piano. All right, so our next piece is a piece called Passages by composer Paul Basler. I grew up in Central Florida originally, and Paul was a professor at the University of Florida. He also happens to be the most prolific horn composer. Just before we moved here in 2015, we approached Paul to write a piece for horn and flute. And sure enough, he said, great, I'd love to do it. We got some grants to help fund the commission. And then I moved out here to Montana in the fall, followed with our daughter in the spring, and I looked at the calendar for the Northwest Horn Symposium. I knew it was something I wanted to be involved in. And sure enough, he was one of the 2 featured artists. And I said, hey Paul, what if we premiere the piece at the Horn Symposium? He said, that'd be great. And even though he's a horn professor, he accompanied us on piano. He's a really wonderful man. He has a lot of compositions. We hope you enjoy Passages for Horn, Flute, and Piano, written in 2016 by Paul Basler.
Sarah, are we going to be, yes, great. That's better than me talking, believe me.
So we have a great piece after intermission with all 5 of the musicians, and today we are able to make a little tour through the new construction. So if you're interested in fun construction sites, then you'll see the progress over the summer. I will say it is an active construction site, so please watch out for wires and various other things like that, but you're more than welcome, and you can see what this space will look like. We'll go out the front door here and around to the south side and go through the front doors, and then you can kind of wander around, but I will say we'll be back in 15 minutes. So we'll say a quarter to 8 we'll be back, okay?